Good morning. Now, almost 1,200 migrants have crossed the channel in the past 4 days as criminal gangs smuggle people and take advantage of calm seas and deep fog. It takes the total number of migrants crossing this year to 27,806, more than triple last year's then record number figure of 8,420.
Well, we're joined now by GBNews' very own home and security editor, the one and only Mark White. So, Mark, the state of play there is that actually they're still coming thick and fast.
Yeah, and we've got a window where the weather is not too bad, actually, all the way up till Christmas. So we can expect that the boats are going to continue to come over Christmas. I was there last week, actually, when this window opened up because there was 10 days where the weather conditions were really quite appalling. So the boats couldn't make it across. And, of course, they're piling up then on the other side of the channel, waiting for the people smugglers to be able to get them across. So we went down on Wednesday. We were there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And, yeah, as predicted, the boats kept coming. Here's a flavour of just what I saw on Friday. It's incredible to think we're more than halfway through the month of December now, and still these small boats are coming across the English Channel. Throughout this morning, Border Force and RNLI lifeboats have been involved in intercepting numerous small boats in the Channel. Here, one of the Border Force vessels now returning to the port of Dover. Effectively, what they do is they head up and down the Channel to different incidents, responding, taking the migrants on shore. You can see migrants at the front of the Border Force vessel as it comes in. This is the Border Force vessel Alert. Some migrants at the back of this vessel as well. They have achieved what they set out to achieve, of course, which is to be picked up by UK authorities and taken here to Dover to be entered into the UK asylum system. So that was Friday, and they kept coming on Saturday and yesterday as well. Today, it's a little bit rougher out there, so probably not as many expected to come across today. Although, because they are using bigger boats now, purpose-built, this is how sophisticated the people smugglers are becoming. They are, we understand, through Chinese companies getting these boats purpose-built. They're then shipped to Turkey and then transported via road to Europe through to France, where they're assembled and then put across the channel. They're a bit bigger. Most of them now have sort of upturned bow, which then allows them on slightly rougher seas to be able to continue crossing. And that
see one there,
boat that's being pushed out there has got an upturned bow there. And you can see how they're just absolutely packed onto that boat. No room to get another single body on there. And crossing the channel, it doesn't take much for the boat to be swamped, for the boat to give away at the seams, as appears to have happened last month when 27 migrants lost their lives, part of the wreckage from that boat on the beach there, the outboard motor. And that's a real concern. There is going to be no let-up now, it's clear, in the number of migrants trying to get across, even when the weather is not ideal. And, you know, with so many on the boats, there's real concern that we may see another tragedy.
Yeah, you talk about that tragedy from last month, and at the time it did seem that that could be a catalyst to get something going and get some action on the part of Home Secretary Priti Patel and her French counterparts. Has there been any movement at all since then?
No, I mean, and to be honest, I didn't think there would be, because, you know, within hours of this tragedy unfolding, we had finger pointing from both sides, the French and the British, accusing each other of not doing enough to get a grip of the situation. Then you had that an edifying spectacle of the French President Emmanuel Macron slapping down our Prime Minister Boris Johnson and his offer to give them Border Force and other security personnel to help bolster their patrols on the beaches of northwestern France as a way of stopping the boats getting into the water in the first place. Because that's got to be the aim at the end of the day. Once they're in the water, there's very little you can do. If they don't want to be boarded, you risk then capsizing the boat, tossing people into the water. So once they get off the beaches, then it's very difficult to stop them. It's stopping them getting off the beaches you need to do. Well, Emmanuel Macron said, no thanks, we can handle, we'll bolster our own security.
Yeah,
Look at what's happening. You know, they're still coming across.
He's not doing anything, presumably, about these lorryfuls of boats that are actually coming into there and dropping them off. I mean, that could be another way of stopping this, couldn't it?
Well, certainly the authorities are trying to investigate and go to the source of where these boats are being manufactured. Just at the end of last week, the National Crime Agency put out a bulletin to the maritime industry warning them about these boats, and they're asking people involved in the maritime industry throughout Europe to be on the lookout for the kind of components and orders that would raise suspicions. So, you know, bulk orders for life jackets, that kind of thing. Components that, according to the National Crime Agency, these boats have no commercial purpose because of the way they're constructed, and they're just not safe enough. So their only role would be to smuggle people across the channel. And as I say, they're asking people within the maritime industry to be on the lookout for anything suspicious and to alert the authorities. But the convictions for this are few and far between at the moment.
Mark, thank you very much. As always, Mark White there, our home and security editor.